And how is it going, everyone? Welcome to Puyo Puyo Tsuu, the second Puyo Puyo game, the Sega Ages version. And what I want to do today is the endurance mode, which is, well, basically this game is like a tower with different levels, and you usually don't fight every enemy in the regular arcade mode. So the endurance mode basically has you fighting all of them regardless. And I want to do it on the hardest difficulty, which is 5. Even though the game doesn't really care about it, because you can tell that it says freestyle ranking, so it doesn't even count for the leaderboards. But the real question is, who cares about the leaderboards, right? But yeah, that's the hardest difficulty, so let's just get into it real quick. And how is it going, Draino? Yeah, I am a little bit late because I didn't want to. Well, I mean, I don't mind playing this today. I wanted to play something else today. It's just that it didn't work properly. So this is like a last second thing. Alright. So, okay, let's just get into it. So endurance mode, you will see that I will fight everyone one after the other. I don't know how long this is gonna take, because there are like 30 enemies in the whole tower. So this might take a long ass time. But it's fine, I don't mind. I have the time. So I need to remember how to play the game. Which might not be the easy part. That should be, yeah, okay. I need to remember how to do chains and all of that. It's a little bit hard. But yeah. Also, yes, I shaved, but that's unrelated to being late. It's insane, dude. Like, there were 2 games that I wanted to play today, and none of them work. Well, none of them. Yeah, I mean, none of the 2 work. It's not like it's that much, but very disappointed that they didn't work. I guess it is the way it is. Hey, at least I know this game works. Alright. Will-O-Wisp. Well, the Will-O-Wisp, if I'm not mistaken, this is where the actual arcade mode starts getting hard. In the hardest difficulty, at least. Like, it doesn't take too long for the actual arcade mode to get hard. I can do this, right? Fuck. Like, maybe I shouldn't have. Sometimes those things can fall in unlucky places. So you have to be fast to do the chains. Which I wasn't. I still don't have the Puyo vision, unfortunately. So it's a little bit hard for me to properly play. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be fine. Probably. Yeah, I guess that so far the hardest difficulty doesn't kick in. But there is something that I don't know if endurance mode has, but I do know that arcade mode has, is that if you lose, the speed of the game gets lower. The difficulty remains the same, I think, but the speed, like the gravity, is lower, which otherwise will just keep getting faster and faster until you die. So there's something that I'm noticing, and I'm not sure if that's because of the hardest difficulty, but the garbage blocks are falling super fast. They normally don't fall that fast. That speed, yeah, they don't fall that fast at all. So I'm assuming that's part of hard difficulty, so like you have less time to think. Because they tend to fall a lot slower. This guy is gonna kill me. Very sad that one of the shovers at the beginning kills me. This is hardest difficulty, so so it's not a surprise. Though sometimes I even get killed by these guys in arcade mode even when it's not hardest difficulty. That's because the difficulty of this game works in weird ways. Like, the difficulty kinda increases, I'm not sure if exponentially, but like there is a time where like already the second or third stage are super hard. In case of endurance mode, I will assume it's the same logic, probably. I don't know. But yeah. Well, that's gonna be a good one. It's a storm. Yeah, but as you can see, this guy is playing... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. This guy is playing well. Well, playing well. I'm not sure if I should say playing well, but it's playing better than I am. So yeah. I got a little bit greedy there, I think. No, but I have it. Okay, that was worth it. Yeah, that was worth it, I will say. Damn, he's getting fucked. I think that's because of marching time. We probably already reached marching time, didn't we? That attack wasn't worth that much. We're most likely in marching time, which means that every attack power is a lot higher. Yeah, clearly. Okay. Damn. Though it's a bad signal if we reach marching time on the third stage. That means bad things. Also, you know what the other day I played the Super Nintendo port of this game. And it actually has dialogue, which the arcade port doesn't, so I'm surprised about that. Because the arcade port of, well, the arcade version of the first game of Puyo Puyo has dialogue, so I don't know why this one doesn't. I think that's how it is in the arcade. That should leave a mark. Yeah, that left a mark. See how you deal with that. Shouldn't get cocky yet. Okay, now I can get cocky. Get on. Alright, it will be nice to beat all of the first row of enemies without dying. But that's probably not doable. Well, it could be doable if I was slightly better, but yeah. Alright. I can use... Wait, no, this is like this. Sometimes I like prepare a chain and I still think to myself what's the right trigger. Even though if I prepare the chain I should know, but sometimes not even that. Like I have to think twice exactly what's the right trigger. But yeah. I didn't want to do that. Also, another thing worth noting is that in this stage of the game, like in the first fight, you only have 4 colors, but the game normally has 5, and it gets 5 from the second one, I think, already, probably, which means that the game being easy is not gonna last for too long. I mean, I'm already... I was already multiple times about to die, so I guess it's already not lasting long. I didn't mean to do that, damn it, I messed up. It's okay, he might be dead, he is dead. Alright. He could have saved himself for a little bit there, but he didn't. Alright. Hey Blue, how is it going? You are making salad? Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about it. I mean, keep in mind that today I wasn't even planning on playing this. Wait a second. Are we having the fifth color? Or maybe they should change one of the colors? Wait. So far there are 4 colors here, but did they change one of them for no reason or what? Oh, well, that's weird. Because those are still... I think they are still 4 colors, but I think they changed one of them. Or maybe I'm losing my mind, that's also possible. Anything is possible. Also, this guy is playing very fast. Why not both? Yeah, it could be both. You know, as I said, I wasn't planning to play this today, you know, like... I wanted to play at least 2 other games, and none of them work. I mean, one of them I can make it work, but it's just that it took me by surprise when I was already about to start the stream. So I'm not gonna do it now. I'm dead. Not yet. Oh, I got very lucky here. Okay, that's very... Yeah, I got super lucky there. Okay. Even getting that lucky is not gonna do much here. But yeah. Marching time is probably approaching as well, so... that could be good or bad. Most likely bad, because he's the one that's doing shit. I'm not. Oh, nice. I didn't expect that to be that good. I think marching time is already here. Probably. Damn, he got fucked. Again, I got super lucky. Extremely lucky even. Alright. This game supersedes the root and 3000 headsets. What? Oh, you mean as a backup game? Yeah, but those 2 games are usually not what I would call backup games before I start a stream. The backup game before I start a stream is a Project Diva, 100%. Like the game that I always play when I am about to start a stream and I don't know what to stream, or what I want to stream is not working, is Project Diva. Streets of Rage and 3000 headsets are games that I play when I'm already on a stream. It was a nice attack, Mr. Baromet. Well, Miss. I don't know if it's Mr. or Miss. Doesn't really make a difference. It's an animal. But yeah. That's bad. Hey, Baromet, you're supposed to be a shover. At least my first death was not as early as I thought. I thought already the 3rd stage would kill me. I was able to survive until 7. I cannot complain. Though there's something of a problem here, because maybe I'm thinking this the wrong way. Does this mode have continues? Because if it doesn't have continues, there is no way I can beat this. But I didn't check that. Maybe I should have checked that before starting, actually. That might be bad. I'm still in the game somehow. Damn, I actually won? Holy shit. Alright. Arle tops Miku. I think Miku will be in a legal issue if that happens. Probably. Yeah, what a comeback. That was a good comeback. Here we have the little zombie. Alright, I need blue, yeah, and then pop the... if I could pop... Yeah, come on, nice. Oh, that's very good. If I had a green one, I would have murdered this guy. Like another green one would have been absolute destruction. I don't know why I did that, but that's fine. Alright. Blue. Yeah, I need another blue. There you go. I might be able to actually beat the whole first row without dying. That's surprising. So it's too early to tell. Until this guy is dead, you cannot say anything. Oh, maybe I will. Yeah, I win. Damn, I beat the whole first row without continuing. But then again, that's the problem. Is there continuing in the first place? Because if there's no continuing, we are really gonna be in a rough spot. Like, if there are no continues, I will have to think of a plan B. And also, this gravity is very, very fast. For being only the second floor. Holy shit. No fooling around here. Didn't mean to do that. That's fine. We'll have wait a little bit more to get a 3 chain there, but whatever. You made a clip of the comeback? Unbelievable. Peak Puyo performance, for sure. You had 2 clips in... Yeah. So sometimes magic can happen, but worry not. The reason why this magic happens is because we are still on 4 colors. Whenever the 5th color comes, that's when these easy chains are gonna start not happening. I shouldn't have done that, I fucked up. That's fine. Can just pop this one to give myself a little bit more space. Damn, everything is going so fast. Very fast. Quite fast. That won't be a chain because of the garbage block on the bottom. That's gonna be a good chain though. Oh, I could have used the... But I'm gonna do this instead. Both work. Alright. Tournament is 4 colors. Yeah, but this game uses 5. Just not now. But trust me that this game uses 5. Just that I don't remember when they appear. I thought it was on the 2nd floor, but I guess not. Maybe not. Oh, that could have been an all clear. If I had set that up properly, it would have been an all clear. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Or maybe not, okay. Guess I saved myself a little bit there. So, what do you say, Blue? Is this gonna have continues or not? Because if this doesn't have continues, I can tell you that it's gonna be ending very quickly. I can tell you that. I really hope it has continues. Though, something tells me that I already tried to see if it has continues, but I don't remember what the result was. Hopefully it does. Well, yeah, I mean, of course, I also hope it does. The question is if it will realistically have them. I mean, after all, it's an endurance mode. But then again, it says endurance mode, it doesn't say survival. If it said survival, I guess it will be more understandable that it doesn't have anything. But since it's endurance, maybe, just maybe it has them. Wait, that's quite a thing I completely forgot to check. Like, I don't know how I forgot to check something so important. My bad. That's a little bit of an issue on my side. Hey, that's fine, don't worry. We're gonna be okay. Probably. Oh, that almost is a good chain, almost. But no, not quite. Problem is that marching time is already here, right? Yeah, marching time is here. Okay, so it's time to attack. Okay, yeah. I got lucky again. Because when marching time is here, having like the one chance to attack is perfect. But it's very hard for that to be the case. You have to get very lucky. Also, you know that I remember this frog in arcade mode being hard. Like, even if this guy is your third stage or somehow your second stage, this guy is hard regardless. So I will assume that here he will be even more hard. I fucked up. Yeah, he's already doing an interesting chain. If he's able to cash all of that, I'm absolutely dead. And there it is. Well, he actually didn't cash all of it though. So he was gonna go for the whole thing, but he didn't. He's feeling merciful. But yeah, I think this guy... There it is. And he still has more. Eesh. This guy is a murderer. No surprises here. This guy is annoying even in regular mode. Thankfully you can pick him. And look at that! Holy shit. What the hell? And he still had more, like that was an absolute murder. Like, that would have been like 3 red rocks. Okay, it does have continue, thankfully. Nice. We are safe. Yeah, 2 more. Okay, we are safe. We have continues. So this is not gonna be over faster than we thought. As you can see, when you continue, the speed gets slower though. That's something that is also the case in arcade mode. The speed just gets slower. So there is that. I mean, it's not a problem. Oh, I fucked up. I would have put the purple Puyo on the left. I didn't. Yeah, good game design. I mean, this is supposed to be the arcade version, so I will assume that the endurance mode is something that is built in the original arcade version, and it's probably only accessed through the service button or something like that. Okay, this guy is kicking my ass though. This guy is being a bitch. But again, no surprises about that. This guy is an asshole no matter what. You always want to avoid him in arcade mode. Okay. If I can get a blue, please. Okay, thank you. That's gonna be good. he got the whole thing. Why don't you try frog stacking like him? I mean, I could do that, but sometimes I try that, but you can't just spam and expect it to work, you know? Like, I did try that at some point, but if you just do it randomly, there's not much you can do. I mean, I will try simply because seems I will have to get very lucky to win against this asshole. But we will see. But it seems that like this guy is definitely broken. I can tell you that. Alright, I could do this with the... But he always has something. See, that's the thing. He's not doing that randomly. Like, he's actually building those things. You know? Not like he's just randomly stacking them with no rhyme or reason. Like, he's actually building it. Yeah, he is building. Because, I mean, if it was random, he wouldn't have fucked me up that badly twice in a row. And again, take my word that in arcade mode this guy does the same thing. So it's an AI thing. This AI is broken. And I say that it's broken because it's harder than the final boss even. Like, Satan in this game is an absolute pussy. But this guy is not. But it's not that his strategy is something you are supposed to beat in a specific way. It's just that he's broken, and that's it. I guess it's easier to see it in the hardest difficulty. But yeah, even if it's not the hardest difficulty, he does shit like this. You know? So yeah, you kinda gotta get lucky that he doesn't actually go through his chains and you can kinda stop him in the middle. Like, kinda like I'm doing right now. But yeah, if he gets his way, he murders you. And he's not the only one like this. Like, there are other enemies in like the 3rd floor that also do shit like this. You get RNG. Okay, we have the Nyan. It's called Futago no something. I couldn't read. It translates them as cat's scythe. No, cat's seed. It's supposed to be a specific creature. Not that it's original from this game. Well, most of the creatures are not original from this game. They are just random mythological things. Yeah. I guess the 5 colors start on the next floor, probably. So I know they start somewhere. The question is where. That's my real question. When are the 5 colors gonna spawn? Or spawn? Are they gonna appear? Because again, this game has 5 colors. It's not a matter of what's standard or what's not in tournaments. In this game, 5 is the standard. But yeah, that's the issue. I kinda wanna play the Super Nintendo version at some point of this game. Because it even has new music. It's not just that it adds dialogue that I wouldn't be able to understand anyways. But it also has new music. Like, it feels like the console version of this game is actually more complete than the arcade one, which makes sense, I guess. Best Puyo Puyo game ever. Yeah. Well, definitely the one with the most characters, which is very big appeal. Okay, I think we are in Martian time, so I might be dead. Unless I somehow manage to attack. We definitely are in Martian time. Okay, this might give me an edge. Yeah, okay, that will give me a little bit of an edge. Not that big of an edge, unfortunately. Come on. Okay, this is gonna... yeah, that's gonna be... oh, wow. Damn, that's Martian time, baby. That's Martian time at work. Yeah, this is the arcade version. The arcade version in endurance mode, where you basically fight every opponent, every single one of them. Oh yeah, to be precise, this is the Sega Ages version that is on the Nintendo Switch, which yes, it's supposed to be the arcade version. It's that one. That was pretty nice when you can absolutely steal the round because of Martian time bullshit. It feels very nice. Indeed. Martian time is a wonderful mechanic. And it's not even the first time today that it saves my ass. Like, I think that Martian time today saved my ass 4 times, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Martian time is very good. Well, very good when it's in your favor, that is. Do you have or know who has the Japanese version for PC? But there is not a Japanese... like, this game is not on PC. Like, not natively, at least. I mean, you can probably play this in MAME, but this game is not native of PC. At all. But yeah, you can... MAME most likely supports it, I would assume. Not a big fan of MAME though, but... for this type of arcade cabinets is your best bet. Especially because MAME supports a lot of arcade cabinets. Have the PC version of this game? Wait, really? Are you sure it's a PC version and it's not emulated? Did this game release in Windows? That would be weird if it did. Well, maybe it did, but I don't remember that being the case. Well, in that case, I don't know what to tell you. But I don't know if the PC version has anything that other versions might or might not have. You know, like, keep in mind that there are a lot of games on PC that when you download them, they come bundled already with the emulator. And even if you might not realize that they are being emulated. I'm not saying that it's your case, but it happens for a lot of games, you know? They come bundled with spyware. Only if you get them from the wrong sites. Can be emulated. Yeah, well, that's the thing. If it is emulated, just get the MAME, like get the arcade ROM and emulate it on MAME. You know, you don't need to. Like, it's not that hard. You can just do that. I mean, getting the Korean version to me sounds harder than getting the actual Japanese one. So, yeah. There is another alternative if you don't want to emulate arcade, which is getting the... I didn't mean to do that. Which is getting the Super Nintendo version. Like, this game got ported to Super Nintendo, and the Super Nintendo version even has cutscenes. It has cutscenes and it has new music that the arcade version doesn't have. You could play that one, and that one is in Japanese. So yeah, those are your two options. Either the arcade version on MAME, or, well, if you want to purchase this port, that's even better. Or the Super Nintendo version, which, if you don't want to emulate it by yourself, you can, if you have a Nintendo Switch online subscription, it's on the Super Nintendo list of games, like, for free, well, quote unquote, because you're paying the subscription. But I mean that if you already have the subscription, you don't need to do anything else. You just download the Super Nintendo program and you have it there, the Japanese version of the Super Nintendo port. But yeah, there are many ways of playing this game. Pretty sure that there is a PC version. Well, I could check later. I mean, if you look up in Puyo Netsus, which is like the Puyo wiki, it will tell you if this has a Windows version. Because maybe it does, it's just that maybe I just don't know about it. But it might have a Windows version. So that's where I will check. Like, on the right side it tells you the releases, and obviously the releases say the platforms that it got released on. So you could check there and see if there was indeed a PC version. Because I will be surprised if this game got localized in Korea of all places. But it might be, I don't know. I mean, there are a lot of games that have a Windows version and I had no idea that they had. Well, a good example is Sonic R. You know, it had a Windows version until I actually wanted to play it, and I was like, wait, the Saturn emulator sucks, what do I do? And then I realized it had an actual PC version. So running the PC version natively would have been a pain in the ass, but thankfully there was a community mod that made it playable on modern computers. But like, Windows ports are things that tend to be very obscure because they are pretty much lost media in a way. Well, not lost media, that will be an exaggeration, but most of the times it's not as easy to get as console. Oh yeah, this is the so this endurance mode also has the extra enemies that you fight if you don't get enough score in a single floor. Because this guy doesn't appear normally, like, you have to play very badly to make this guy appear. Well, very badly or very good, depending how you look at it. Because like you will have to purposely win every match with a very shitty score. And that's hard to do. Just that theoretically, if you do that, you will be considered bad. But at the same time, I don't think bad people can do that. Well, bad people, I mean bad players. I don't mean bad people. Bad people don't play Puyo, of course. This game is only for good people. But yeah, getting to this guy is not very easy. At least I'm glad that that's the case. I thought that they wouldn't be in here, because on the first floor there was none. But that's because if you somehow manage to not get the score threshold in the first floor, you fight a masked Satan, which is quite literally the final boss. So I'm pretty sure that's why the endurance mode didn't do that. Also, something that I should warn is that at some point, because my capture card is, I don't know if it's faulty or whatever, I will have to quickly reset the capture. But not yet. So far it's still working well. It usually happens on the 1 hour mark. So yeah. There is support for Windows 95. Nice. I'm more surprised that you're able to run that game somehow in Windows 10. Well, I don't know what operative system you have, but I'm assuming that you are not browsing Twitch with Windows 95, so I'm surprised you are able to make it work without any modifications. Oh, you use a DOS emulator. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, my advice, because I don't know. Oh, okay, here are the 5 colors, right? Yeah. See, you were saying blue, but here we have the 5 colors. So the game is gonna get harder from now on. I can tell you that, because doing chains with 5 colors is a lot harder, of course. We're gonna be struggle a little. I mean, if you think that we already struggle, we haven't seen shit. Struggle is gonna be even worse. So yeah. We're gonna see. Oh, but this guy is a moron. Okay, but I'm glad the Scorpion Man is a moron. You're baking potatoes in the oven? Nice. That sounds good. But yeah, I was out to tell you, Marcao, that I don't know what the PC version has compared to the other versions. But my advice is either emulating this on Mame or emulating it on Super Nintendo. Those are 2 versions that are obviously in Japanese, and especially the Super Nintendo one has even more content than the arcade one, so I will go for that one. The Super Nintendo version is probably the best one you can go for if you are used to the PC version. I mean, at the end of the day, you are just emulating regardless. Because the current version of Windows is so different from Windows 98 that it's just an emulation. say that it's more fluid? Well, I don't know. I mean, the Super Nintendo version should be quite fluid for what I understand. At least it should be fluid enough, I guess. In terms of audio, I could understand the Super Nintendo version not having good enough audio. Super Nintendo is a console with some limitations, but in that case, your answer will be going for the arcade version. Because the arcade version most likely has like good audio and is fluid enough. So I will try the arcade one, which again should be easy to get, even if you don't want to get this Switch port. You could get it very easily. You play the SNES version. But in that case, I will go for the arcade version. Just that the arcade version doesn't have the type of content that... Wow. And on top of me getting fucked, there was also marching time. Nice. Beautiful. It's okay. But yeah, the arcade version probably doesn't have the same amount of content, but it will probably work. If you really want the PC version in Japanese, I will Google it in Japanese. Which is as simple as copy-pasting the Japanese name from Puyo Netsus into Google. And then, I don't know, putting this ROM or whatever. Keep in mind that the Japanese tend to be a little bit adverse at the idea of publishing copyrighted material, but I've seen copyrighted material before fully in Japanese. Well, it doesn't necessarily mean that it was uploaded by a Japanese person, but yeah. Recovering a little. Oh, nice. That's a good chain. This guy is dead. We'll continue searching. Yeah. Hey, Wasabi, how is it going? Really forgot how similar the menu sound effects were in this game to the ones on the later games. Yeah, there tends to be, you know, yeah, because of nostalgia. And also, you know, you gotta understand that sound effects in video games, yes, nostalgia is the obvious answer, but it's also a way to build identity. Like, for example, in Gran Turismo, you know that the latest Gran Turismo is Gran Turismo 7, released like a couple of years ago, or maybe even only 1 year ago. And that game still uses the same sound effects from PlayStation 1. Obviously, probably they are more higher definition, but the point is that it's the same sound effects. And they do that because it's iconic. It's the way you know I'm playing Gran Turismo, right? But yeah, they do that a lot in multiple games. Recognition. Brand recognition. Like Gran Turismo's shingle when the race starts, or like the menu sounds. But mostly, I will say the countdown to the race and the start shingle are like things that are very, very iconic for Gran Turismo. So yeah, it makes sense that they will do that. Yeah, I'm assuming that obviously in Puyo it's the same story. Indeed. Brand recognition is important. It's also important for me to actually do this. Okay. I was afraid I will not get enough time to do it, but I got lucky. So unfortunately, I don't think I can convert much. Oh, but this guy is dead anyways. Well, that's cool. Pretty nice. Boing. Okay. Nasu Grave. Yeah, I'm surprised that they actually ace the pronunciation, because it's written grave in the Latin alphabet, but the pronunciation is actually grave when you look at the katakana. So they actually ace the spelling very well. Maybe they had some English consultants. Keep in mind that this arcade version is Japanese. This wasn't meant for foreigners. Yeah. They actually ace the spelling. Pretty nice when that's the case. That's gonna hurt a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Also, did you know that Mado Monogatari, which is the game that Puyo Puyo comes from, it's apparently gonna have a sequel the next year. Like, I think it's gonna be Mado Monogatari 4. So that's an interesting thing. Surprised that they are actually bringing back a franchise that nobody really gives a shit about. Because I'm pretty sure that not even the people that play Puyo Puyo give a shit about Mado Monogatari. I will be surprised if anyone played it even. But yeah. Have you played iOS Windows 95 games on your childhood? Yes, though I don't think they were Windows 95 particularly. They were Windows 98. Just that I don't know if they were No, actually, wait. Let me remember. At home I had Windows 98, but on the school the computers have Windows 95. Which means that I did play Windows 95 games. Yeah, I remember there was one that was like a mathematics game that you were in Tutankhamun's tomb, and you were supposed to do mathematical operations before you get caught by a mummy. I remember that. I don't know what the name of the game is. Well, in fact, I don't even know if it was the tomb of Tutankhamun. Maybe it was another pharaoh. But yeah, I remember that game from Windows 95. Speaking of mathematics, there was also a game that was kind of like you were in an airship and there were mathematical operations you were supposed to do in order to win. I also have no idea what the name of that game is. But I remember, obviously, since we were in school, all these games were educational. But they were fun. I liked them. And on Windows 98, I played quite some games, because that's the computer I had at home. I played Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego. Need for Speed 2. What else did I play? Well, Theme Park World. Though I wasn't really the one playing that. It was mostly my sister. I was too young to understand how that game worked. So yeah. Oh, that's gonna be good. Oh, this guy still has a very clean grid. Oh, that's a problem. Remember buying games on the newspaper store? Oh, so that's why you know Puyo Puyo. Interesting. In my case, Puyo Puyo, the reason why I know Puyo Puyo is simply because of Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. That's a game that is included in the Sonic Gems collection on PS2, so when I play that, I'm like, that's a cool game. I'm bad at it, but it's cool. And then I realized that that wasn't the original. The original was Puyo Puyo. That had a 98 PC with Netscape. Huh. I think we didn't have internet in the first place, so I don't think I remember using any browser. Like, I don't think internet was a thing in my... Or maybe it was, but I have no... I mean, we probably use Internet Explorer. Like, I don't think I managed to use Netscape. Like, I think at that point Netscape was already dead. I don't know. I mean, same as Mosaic. I'm pretty sure it wasn't a thing when I started browsing the internet. But we most likely use Internet Explorer. Probably. But yeah, I don't remember really using internet that much when I was a kid. Well, when I say I was a kid, I mean when I was like a toddler. I don't remember internet at all. Well, in fact, even when I was a little bit more grown up, I also didn't use internet that much. Like, I guess I started using internet more when I started high school. Yeah, that's when I started using it more, because it was pretty much the age that I started playing Ragnarok Online. So I basically browsed the Ragnarok Online forums and the database page as well. Remember that? That's like my earliest memory of using a lot of internet. Before that, I do remember using internet, but not very much. So who is the special enemy here? What you mean, zombie? Didn't we fight this moron in the previous stage? Maybe it wasn't exactly... Maybe it was just Frankenstein's monster that looked like a zombie. I don't know. Well, whatever. But yeah, this is the real zombie. An old version of Windows Explorer. Well, that reminds me that with all this talk about browsers, I mean, these are rumors, and obviously to the point that they actually become confirmed, it's nothing. But apparently, next year, Chromium-based browsers are gonna break U-block. Which means that if that's true, which I doubt, but if that's true, that means that a lot of people are gonna install Firefox again. Spend your time downloading things on Casa. I don't know what that is. Sounds like a place to download things, though. You know, I don't think I downloaded a lot of stuff. Like, now that I try to remember more, when I was younger, I remember playing browser games, like in web pages like, you know, Cartoon Network web page or stuff like that. That's what I remember. So I guess I did browse a little bit. So I don't know if you will call that browsing, but well, technically it is. You remember the game playing in slow motion, because obviously my computer wasn't very good. Well, most people computers wasn't very good back then. It's not a surprise. I didn't mean to place that there, but this guy is dead anyways. Yeah, I do remember Emule, or Emule, I don't know how you will pronounce it, but yeah, I remember that. That and Ares, which were kinda like the equivalent of torrent clients now. Yeah, I do remember that. Like Emule and Ares, those are two that I do remember. But we used that to download music, not games. Pretty sure we didn't even know you could download games from that. We weren't very technologically educated at all. There were a lot of things that might sound obvious that weren't very obvious for us back then. Especially not for me, I was an absolute kid, so... yeah. Didn't know much about things in general. Got bitten by the fish. Can't believe the fish with long legs fucked me up. Tsuketo Dara. Mr. Fish. Oh, that's gonna be good. Got it. Remember downloading a lot of SNES and Game Boy games? You know, in my case, I don't even know when I even started emulating. But I'm pretty sure I didn't emulate anything when I was younger. I didn't even know what emulating was. But yeah, I think that emulating is something that I started doing when I was like in high school. I don't think I emulated before that. But yeah. That's not gonna work. Yeah, I do have some You actually made me remember the Windows 95 games, which is something that I kinda forgotten. That's something that I mean, the problem is that those educational games are gonna be extremely easy now. Like, because they were about basic arithmetical operations that I will be very sad if I couldn't build fast. Hey, that's something that I could do. I playing on stream a lot of those Windows 95 games. Because I will assume that setting up a virtual machine to play those games is not gonna be a problem. They are not games that require a lot of processing at all. But yeah. Will be cool. I think the one that, like, aside from the nostalgia, I think the one that will have some value playing will be like Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, because that's a game that holds up even for today's standards. That's a very good game. Problem is that it's not like I'm the most knowledgeable person about places in the world. So, like, I played a version of that game not that long ago, and I wasn't that bad. Though it was the first stage, so I will assume that's the reason why it was relatively easy. But yeah, I don't know. Something that I could do. Also, I just noticed that at the sides of the screen there are faces. I had no idea about that. If you look at both sides of the screen, you see faces looking at the grid. Spooky. Might be a good idea. Yeah, the problem is that with those type of games that are trivia based games, that are based on knowledge, there are two problems. The first of all is that obviously the knowledge that people have is very different from person to person. So what one person might think it's obvious, another person might be completely oblivious about it. And that's the issue. Like, I might not get something and you will be like, Tim, are you a moron? How can you not get this? Right? And the other problem is that it's very easy to Google, so anyone in chat could Google and completely ruin it. But yeah. Hey Fog, how is it going? Good look on Witch. I mean, Witch, I remember having some difficulty, but I think it's gonna be fine, don't worry about it. I mean, in this game, ironically, like, the final enemies are not as hard as some of the early ones. Because some of the early ones go for impossibly big chains. These guys sometimes go, like as you can see here, but it doesn't seem to be that consistent. But it's very consistent on the low-level enemies. And look at that smug face of this witch. Button Q. But yeah. Play the Genshin quiz. I will do terrible on a Genshin quiz, dude. The amount of stuff that I know about Genshin is very superficial. Like, I'm assuming quiz like that will ask for things that are hidden in, like, optional texts. You know? That I never read. Or if I read, you cannot expect me to remember it. She always gets me. Well, something that I will give it to you is that if I can somehow one coin clear up until this point, which tends to kill me. Like, usually if I reach this far in the game without losing, which tends to be the one that kills me. That is true. But Genshin can be a problem. For that. Superficial? You mean schizofficial, which is just normal visual. Also, how is it going, Kyle? That's a good setup. This guy also can defend himself. That's not very polite of you, mister. I just needed a yellow, but it didn't came. If I had a yellow, I probably could have at least gone against that chain that he threw at me. So this guy is called Pakista. That's an interesting name. Pretty sure I say the same thing when the first time I saw him too. Pretty interesting name. Indeed. Okay, don't worry. Reference to Under Night. Well, that reminds me that Under Night is gonna release a new game, and it's gonna be like full price, like $60 or something. Very smart decision of an indie company to release a fighting game for full price. Very smart decision. Definitely gonna have a lot of players. But yeah. Fighting game developers are probably some of the dumbest developers in the whole world. And keep in mind that the world of video game developers is full of morons. But fighting game developers are like a very specific breed of morons. Though, then again, for you to dedicate money and time to make a fighting game, you need to be a little bit of a moron. Just that obviously it's commendable, because most of the time you do it because of passion. But yeah, it's unfortunate. But I think that the new version of Under Night will be like full price or something ridiculous like that. Very nice of them to do that. Well, not to mention that it's also like gonna be a new game. Like, it's not even an upgrade from the previous game or anything. No, it's a brand new game. So if you already own... Oh shit, a dragon. Dragon these. If you already own like the previous versions, which there are like 3 or 4 of them, you are fucked. You will have to buy it again. But yeah, that's fighting games in a nutshell. Fighting games, are already hard to play before you even get the game. Because they make getting the game hard, you know? But yeah, nothing new under the sun. Yeah, I shaved today. It was getting annoying, so I had to shave. Well, not to mention that summer is also approaching, and so are the high temperatures. So yeah. Got the dragon on the first try even. Nice. Okay. The Minotaur. I mean, I could trim it only a little bit, but that will be an issue because that means that I will have to shave sooner. Instead, if I just get rid of it completely, I can be like 2 months without shaving. So it's mostly so I don't need to do it that often. I can just do it twice a month, which is what I do, I mean. But yeah, it's a lot more convenient that way for me. But it is still a pain in the ass to shave it. There is quite a lot of beard to shave. It really is an issue. Also, the gravity speed right now is extremely high. Oops, I couldn't even switch those Puyos. Unbelievable. There shouldn't be that many opponents left, though. What I do wonder is if you fight Mask Satan at the end. Because if you're fighting against every extra enemy, Mask Satan is technically an extra enemy too. Maybe you only get him if you somehow one coin clear this whole mode. Which, good luck with that. That seems very hard to do. Well, I mean, it's already hard enough to one coin clear the regular mode. So imagine one coin clearing the mode that has more than 30 stages. Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah, I mean, it's possible if you are good at Puyo. Well, that's the thing. If Blue tells me that tournament rules for Puyo are with 4 colors, I would assume that even the pros will struggle with this game. Because they wouldn't be used to 5 colors. That will be a problem for them. Oh, got the Minotaur. Indeed. Huh. Nice. I'm sure some might. I mean, there is always gods anywhere. Yeah, maybe there is a god out there that is good with 5 colors too. Yeah. Good luck finding it. You had to fall there, really. That's fine. Rose struggle with 5 colors? You are struggling? Huh. Imagine calling me a Puyo Pro, dude. You're absolutely out of your mind. Out of your mind and off your meds. Yeah. It would be nice to be a Puyo Pro, but would it really be nice? Because I mean, it's not like a game that it's played with that much. Like, there isn't that much competition, for what I understand. I mean, first of all, I'm pretty sure that it's a game that only Japan plays competitively. But even then, I don't think the competition is very big in the first place. In that case, I would prefer being better at fighting games. Fortunately, I'm very bad at fighting games too. Well, I'm very bad at any type of competitive game. I'm just not good in competitions. You know, lately I kinda discovered that, like, I thought that I wasn't a very competitive person, but maybe I actually am. Even though I don't compete often, I guess I do have a competitive mindset. Just that I don't really put it to use. 'Cause I'm usually not good at the things I try to compete at. I guess I do have a competitive mindset. Especially when I played F-Zero 99, I really went for the win a lot. Like, it's not like it's like, whatever, I don't care if I win or lose. Like, I was actually competing. Oh yeah, the Daimao. This guy that was one of like the final opponents on the first Puyo Puyo, but here it's only a special opponent. Don't have enough to buy an operator. Well, why don't you use the universal mechanic of a credit card then? I'm pretty sure that... Oh yeah, you say that your credit card was getting rejected. Well, I don't know what to tell you then. I know that I say that the gravity was very fast before, but it's going extremely fast. At least every time you continue it gets slower, but holy shit. It ain't a joke. Look at how happy the Daimao is. Unbelievable. Also reminds me that the next season of Dragon Ball is gonna be called Daima. That's gonna be something. Not the credit card, the bank itself was failing. Well, but I mean, on the practical sense, it's still the same, because it doesn't let you pay with your credit card. So I guess you wouldn't be able to. Don't you love RNG? I love RNG. It's beautiful. Okay, that's gonna be a good attack. That could have been a better one. Guess it wasn't. That wasn't the right call. Oh, yeah. And when the bank fails, it's very annoying because there's nothing you can do. Like, that's part of the problem. Like, a bank should never fail. because otherwise it's effectively like retaining your funds, right? Retaining your money, even if it's not willingly, but still something that is no good. If it happens, it sucks. There ain't much you can do. Yeah, some banks are just deficient. It happens. But yeah, I guess the fact that there's nothing you can do about it is a good and a bad thing. I mean, it's a good thing because you can kind of stop worrying in the sense that it doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't depend on you, so it's not your fault. But obviously at the same time, you will need it to work, and there's nothing you can do, so that means that you are fucked. But yeah, it's okay. I'm sure it's gonna get fixed at some point. Probably. That's bad, isn't it? I need purple now. And I guess no purple. Don't you love RNG? Isn't RNG wonderful? Yeah, I guess that's one of the reasons why the competitive Puyo Puyo doesn't prefer 5 colors. Because it's something that makes RNG very important. Like RNG, because you can have one of the colors you need not appear for an extremely long time. Or well, extremely in the sense that at the point it comes you can no longer use it. So yeah, I can see that from a competitive standpoint, to maintain the competitive integrity and not make it an RNG simulator. It will be important to keep it 4 colors. Unfortunately here, we need to use 5. It is the way it is. What can you do about it? There ain't much you can do about it, unfortunately. But it's fine. Also, Daimao is kinda kicking my ass. I think this might be the opponent that so far I struggle the most with. We are not even on the final floor. Final floor comes afterwards. It can get a lot more ugly. This is nothing compared to how it could get. It could get very ugly, yeah. We will see. I mean, in my experience, or at least for the little that I remember of fighting the final floor wasn't particularly hard. You know? In the music loop. In the first place, it's not like the loop is that long, so I guess it makes sense. That was almost a bigger chain, but it wasn't. Okay, but with these continuous attacks, this guy should go down. Yeah, he's gonna go down. He has to. want to believe. Okay. He's down. Damn, and he runs away crying. That's fucked up. You wasted all your money buying gifts for your family. And you barely have enough for the 3DS. Why would you buy a 3DS? Oh, I know that you wanted to play a 3DS game, but yeah, might as well buy a laptop that can emulate. Alright. So we're gonna be fighting the Schizo here. And the music changes, which is pretty cool. I actually don't remember these stages at all. Because every time I play this game on my own, I try to actually beat the game without continuing. So I never get this far on one coin clear run. So I actually don't remember much about this. Like, I didn't even remember this song. Yeah, that's fine. Uh-oh. Yeah, that ain't good. But this is good. And Schizo is down. Just like that. So, the next one should be Lulu, right? Yeah. Indeed. And it even changes the background and everything. And after this comes Satan. But the question is if Mask Satan is gonna appear. I hope he does, but something tells me it won't be the case. But you never know. Maybe it is. Should have left a red thingy up there, but I didn't. I messed up a little bit. They stole Kirby's final boss. I can't believe they stole all of Kirby's. The whole game they stole. They stole Kirby's Avalanche in its entirety. Can you believe that? Unbelievable. How cool they. Yeah, that's fine. Well, that reminds me that, speaking of Kirby, they added the Panel de Pon version, well, the Kirby version of Panel de Pon to the Super Nintendo program for Nintendo Switch Online. So that's cool. I don't know why I don't just call it the Virtual Console. That's easier to say and to remember. It's just that Virtual Console doesn't seem specific enough. Yeah, the Virtual Console. Can't believe I got killed by Lulu. Hey, nothing wrong with getting killed by Lulu. Will be a nice way to go, if I gotta be honest. Oh yeah. Well, she's the... Assuming there is no Mask Satan, she is the second to last boss. So, her being hard makes sense, of course. Oh, give me a red. I mean, I didn't mean to do that, I fucked up. Well, it wasn't giving me a red anyway, so I think it would have made that. Yeah, now you give me a red. Thank you. Appreciate it. I don't know why the screen blinked for like... Oh, she's dead. But yeah, the screen blinked for like a second. I don't know why. Probably the capture trying to crap itself, but yeah, we're gonna be fine. Damn, he got fucked. Yeah, I got crushed to death by Lulu. Yeah, that was a nice chain. So this is the regular Satan, but the question... Okay, it says final stage. So I gotta assume that there's not gonna be any Mask Satan in this endurance mode. I'm a little bit disappointed though that the song is exactly the same as Lulu. Holandesquizo. Because in Puyo Puyo 1 the song was completely different. It was very cool. Very metal as well. It's a shame. Maybe in the Super Nintendo version he has a specific song that is like final boss specific, but not on this one. So this guy is most likely dead. Yeah, that's something that always happens with this game. Like the final boss is always easy to beat in this game. Because everything is so fast that not even the AI can deal with it, you know? So yeah, it seems that there's gonna be no Mask Satan here, unfortunately. So this should be the bad ending, right? If I'm not mistaken. So how can it be a bad ending with such a beautiful explosion? Right? Well, see, we survived. Oh, but so did Satan. That doesn't sound like surviving, though. The moon theme from DuckTales will be nice. Here we have a carbuncle. Doing something. Oh, sleeping. Alright. He fell asleep because I took so long to get this. Yeah, I don't know if that's the good ending or not. You land on his lap, damn. Classic blue comment. Alright. That was the endurance mode. I mean, basically it went exactly as I expected it to go. Like, it wasn't anything out of the ordinary. Oh, also the zombie in stage 8 is a mini zombie. Didn't know that. But yeah. Like, I didn't expect this to be overly hard or anything like that, but it was a challenge that I wanted to eventually do. And I guess it was a good time now, because as I said at the beginning of the stream, I wasn't planning to play this game, but the two games I wanted to play didn't work properly. So basically, I also had the idea of playing this one of these days, so I was like, well, might as well play it today. It's the perfect save. Because I mean, this game is gonna work no matter what, because it's running on the Switch. And the Switch works. Like, that's the thing about consoles. Consoles just work, you know? They just work. It's the reason why so many people still in this day and age have consoles. Well, and keep buying consoles and all of that. So I used 25 continues and my match chain was of 4. But yeah, pretty nice. And then a thank you. And that's it, it's gonna go back to the... Oh, well, it's gonna say the records that are all by me. But yeah, I think that it is the bad ending because it doesn't show the credits. But yeah, like, the only way to get the good ending, I'm pretty sure it's by beating Mask Satan. And I don't even know how you can beat Mask Satan on endurance mode, but I will assume that it's by not losing once, which, again, good luck with that. But yeah, that was the endurance mode on the hardest difficulty for Puyo Puyo Tsuu. So, GG's.